Happy morning to my dear lovable students. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to Max class. So in this conversation, we are going to discuss about one of the important example, then continuation of exercise 2.7. This is one of the important 5-mark question, okay? Last year, 2 or 3 times repeated. The given condition, if z is equal to x plus iy. So solution, z is equal to x plus iy. Then argument z minus 1 by z plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. We have to show x square plus y square is equal to 1. So first I am considering argument of z minus 1 divided by z plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. Already we know the argument property. Argument of z1 by z2 means argument of z1 minus argument of z2. So argument of z minus 1 minus argument of z plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. Instead of z, we have to apply x plus iy. So argument of x plus iy minus 1, again minus argument of x plus iy plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. Then we have to grouping real and imaginary separate. So argument of x minus 1 plus iy, then minus argument of x plus 1 plus iy is equal to pi by 2. What is the meaning of argument? Tan inverse y by x, isn't it? So argument means tan inverse modulus y by x. So we can write it tan inverse y by x means y, only y is there, but x minus 1 is available. So x minus 1 modulus, again minus tan inverse modulus of y by x plus 1, isn't it, is equal to pi by 2. So there is nothing to difference value, so simply we can write it without modulus. So next step, tan inverse y by x minus 1, then minus tan inverse y by x plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. So already we know one formula, tan inverse A minus tan inverse B is equal to tan inverse take common outside means A minus B divided by 1 plus AB. So what is the formula? Tan inverse into A minus B divided by 1 plus AB. So 1 plus AB means tan inverse A value y by x minus 1, then minus B value y by x plus 1, y by x plus 1 whole term divided by 1 minus y by x minus 1, then into B means y by x plus 1. Term will be equal to pi by 2. Then tan inverse cross multiply means this is 1, isn't it? So y into x plus 1 minus y into x minus 1 whole term divided by the common denominator x minus 1 into x plus 1 divided by there 1 into common denominator, same term will be repeat. So x minus 1 into x plus 1, again minus, sorry my dear, this is plus, isn't it, because 1 plus, isn't it? So plus y into y square, again sorry, the whole term divided by common denominator x minus 1 into x plus 1, again x minus 1 into x plus 1 cancel. So here also x minus 1 into x plus 1 cancel, it will be equal to pi by 2 means So tan bring out opposite side means tan pi by 2, isn't it? So remaining the term y into x plus 1 minus y into x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 into x plus 1 plus y square, isn't it? Is equal to, we can write now, tan pi by 2. Already we know tan pi by 2 means infinitive. What is the meaning? Tan pi by 2 means infinitive. Infinitive, what is the meaning? Any number divided by 0. Actually 1 by 0. So instead of tan pi by 2, we can write now 1 by 0. But in left hand side, you can multiply x into y, xy, plus 1 into y, plus y, again minus y into x, xy, minus into minus, plus 1. Then denominator a plus b into a minus b. What is the formula? A square minus b square. So we can write it x square minus 1 square means value will be 1. Remaining the term plus y square is there. Again cross multiply means, so x square into 1 means the same number. Same number means x square plus y square minus 1. But denominator 0 into anything means the whole term will be 0. Therefore, x square plus y square minus 1 bring out opposite side means positive 1. This is our final answer. Okay. We have to show that x square plus y square is equal to 1. So proved also x square plus y square is equal to 1. So last line answered. Okay. One of the important 5 mark questions. Very easy. It depends upon the argument property. If you know the argument, you can do it. Okay. So I will continue exercise 2.8. Okay. Be online. I'm going to exercise 2.7, question number 3. Given one condition, if bracket of x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2 into x3 plus iy3 dot 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 xn plus iyn is equal to a plus ib. Show that two condition we have to prove. Okay. So I'm going to consider given condition, subdivision 1. What is the given condition? x1 plus iy1, then x2 plus iy2, then x3 plus iy3 plus dot 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 xn plus iyn is equal to a plus ib. Going to prove first condition. First condition means right hand side a square plus b square is there. So a square plus b square means definitely if it consider z is equal to a plus ib means if you take modulus of z only, definitely will become square root of a square plus b square. So what we have to do, taking modulus on both sides, then only it will be changed to square root of a square plus b square will come. Okay. So condition, taking modulus on both sides. So taking modulus on both sides means modulus on both sides means modulus of x1 plus iy1, then x2 plus iy2, then x3 plus iy3 dot 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 xn plus iyn is equal to modulus of a plus ib. Already we know one property, modulus of z1, z2, z3 means we can write separate modulus now. Modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 into modulus of z3. So next step, what we have to do, each and every step you have to take separate modulus. x1 plus iy1, then x2 plus iy2, then x3 plus iy3 plus dot 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 modulus xn plus iyn is equal to modulus of a plus ib. If you remove the modulus means square root, isn't it? So square root of x1 square plus y1 square, again square root of x2 square plus y2 square, again square root of x3 square plus y3 square plus dot 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 square root of xn square plus yn square is equal to square root of a square plus b square. Now squaring on both sides. So squaring on both sides, what will happen? So x1 square plus y1 square, then x2 square plus y2 square, and into x3 square plus y3 square plus dot 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 plus xn square plus yn square is equal to a square plus b square. See, this is our answer. X1 square plus y1 square, x2 square plus y2 square, x3 square plus y3 square dot 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 xn square plus yn square is equal to a square plus b square. The first condition we had proved, so we can write it hence proved. Okay, first subdivision 1 is over. Moving to subdivision 2. So subdivision true, what is the given condition? X1 plus iy1, then x2 plus iy2, then x3 plus iy3 dot 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 xn plus iyn is equal to a plus ib. Condition, see, opposite side tan inverse. When you get the result tan inverse, definitely argument means tan inverse of, that is actually argument of x plus iy is there, means what is the meaning? Tan inverse y by x will come, tan inverse modulus. So what we have to do, taking argument on both side, taking argument on both side, taking argument on both side. So argument of x1 plus iy1 into argument of both sides, isn't it? So x2 plus iy2, then x3 plus iy3 dot 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 xn plus iyn, opposite side, argument of a plus ib, isn't it? So a plus ib, again the another property, argument property, argument of z1 into z2 means argument of z1 plus argument of z2 will come. So we have to separate, isn't it? So argument of x1 plus iy1 plus argument of x2 plus iy2, then plus argument of x3 plus iy3, dot 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 argument of xn plus iyn is equal to their argument of a plus ib. So now argument means tan inverse y by x. So tan inverse y1 divided by x1 modulus plus tan inverse modulus y2 divided by x2 plus tan inverse modulus y3 divided by x3 dot 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 tan inverse modulus yn divided by xn is equal to tan inverse modulus b by a. So if you remove the modulus, look at there, y1, y2, y3, it's moving on numerator, but denominator x1, x2, x3 dot dot up to x to the power n. So we can write in summation of the terms. So total power of sum means summation r is equal to 1 to n, means how to rearrange. So tan inverse yr divided by xr is equal to opposite side. If you remove the modulus, means what will happen? Add 2k5. So tan inverse modulus of b by a plus 2k pi. K it belongs to z. Okay. So this is our answer. See, look at there. Summation of r to 1 equal to r. Tan inverse yr divided by xr is equal to tan inverse b by a plus 2k pi. So k belongs to z. So please listen. Possible question. Okay. So exercise 2.7, some important question also is there. Okay, I will continue the next question. So I'm moving to exercise 2.7, question number 4. This is we can apply in different method. So I have selected one of the easiest way. you have to show that z is equal to I tan theta. What is the given condition? Solution 1 plus z divided by 1 minus z is equal to cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta. So I have taken, moving to taken only the LHS part. So LHS is equal to what is the value? 1 plus z divided by 1 minus z. Instead of z, I have taken for z is equal to I tan theta value. Then I will prove RHS cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta. That is also its correct way. Okay. So consider z is equal to what is the value? I tan theta. Now 1 plus I tan theta divided by 1 minus I tan theta. Already we know last year or trigonometric portion, tan theta means sin theta divided by cos theta, isn't it? What is the meaning of tan theta? Sin theta divided by cos theta. So 1 plus I sin theta divided by cos theta whole term divided by 1 minus I into sin theta divided by cos theta. Then cross multiply 1 into cos theta means cos theta plus I sin theta, the whole term divided by cos theta divided by, again 1 into cos theta means cos theta but minus, isn't it? Minus I sin theta divided by cos theta. Again cos theta cancel. Therefore, cos theta plus I sin theta divided by cos theta minus I sin theta. Now we have to take complex conjugate. Conjugate means we have to multiply on both sides with conjugate. So once again I write the quick last step. Cos theta plus I sin theta divided by cos theta minus I sin theta into conjugate means cos theta plus I sin theta divided by cos theta plus I sin theta. So common denominator a plus b into a minus b form. So a plus b into a minus b means a square minus b square. Therefore, cos square theta minus I square sin square theta. But in numerator, we can apply in numerator also different type method. Here actually cos theta into cos theta is cos theta into cos theta means cos square theta will come. So already we know the property cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 means there actually theta and theta only is there. So theta plus theta means this is considered for theta plus theta means this is product. No, product means we can write no cos of, if it example z1 into z2 means what is the meaning? Cos of z1 plus z2 will come. Like that there cos of theta plus theta means we can write no cos 2 theta. There next one I sin 2 theta. This is also one method. Otherwise I will multiply each and every time. Look at there. If it multiply also the same answer will be repeated. Okay. Listen very carefully. So cos theta into cos theta, cos square theta. Again I sin theta into cos theta means plus I sin theta into cos theta. Next condition also I sin theta into cos theta means again I sin theta cos theta. Last condition I into I square. I square means value will be minus 1. Again sin theta into sin theta means sin square theta. So minus sin square theta. The last trigonometry formula way cos square theta minus sin square theta means cos 2 theta is there. Cos 2 theta. Then another one I sin theta cos theta, again I sin theta cos theta. Both of add means I 2 sin theta cos theta. Already you know sin 2 theta, what is the formula? 2 sin theta cos theta. That's why I have written for I sin 2 theta. So two method is there, whatever you like, so you can prefer it. Okay, I will move on. The last step. What is the last step? The numerator cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta divided by cos square theta. I square means minus 1. We have common minus. Therefore, we can write now plus sin square theta. Therefore, cos 2 theta plus I sin 2 theta divided by 1 will come because so the three identity property cos square theta plus sin square theta means value will be 1. This is called RHS, isn't it? So satisfied the equation. So I have taken for this show that condition instead of is it, I approve also write inside the question. Okay, so one of the important, so I hope you understand. Please my dear students, if you have any doubt, please put in comment box. I am ready to clarify your doubts. Okay, I will continue the next question. So moving to one of the important question, exercise 2.5, question number 5. Given two subdivision. Okay, the given condition cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma as well as sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma is equal to 0. Show that. Before moving to the questions, one of the important algebraic formula. So formula actually a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is equal to a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So let a plus b plus c is equal to 0 means, so the whole term will be 0, isn't it? If you apply instead of a plus b plus c is equal to 0 means 0 into anything value will be 0. Therefore remaining a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to 0. So minus 3abc bring out opposite side means a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to positive 3abc. Okay, this term will be need, isn't it? So just I will write it here. So when a plus b plus c is equal to 0 means value will be a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to positive 3abc. Okay. Now I am moving to the question. Condition given cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma is equal to 0, isn't it? Consider for equation number 1. The next given sin alpha. So sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma is equal to 0. Before considering question number 2, what we have to do, multiply each and every term into I. Into I means how to change it actually, I sin alpha then plus I sin beta plus I sin gamma is equal to 0. Now we can consider equation number 2. Now add equation 1 and 2. So what will happen? Equation number 1 and 2 add means cos alpha plus I sin alpha, cos alpha plus I sin alpha, again plus cos beta plus I sin beta, then plus cos gamma plus I sin gamma is equal to 0. This is considered for equation number 3. Okay. So let A is equal to cos alpha plus I sin alpha, then B is equal to cos beta plus I sin beta, C is equal to cos gamma plus I sin gamma. Okay. Now just replace it. So from equation number 3, instead of cos alpha plus I sin alpha means A, isn't it? So A plus B plus C is equal to 0 means what will happen when A plus B plus C is equal to 0 means the term A cube plus B cube plus C cube is equal to positive 3ABC. So A cube, B cube plus C cube is equal to positive 3ABC. Instead of A we can apply cos alpha plus I sin alpha, cos alpha plus I sin alpha the whole cube, plus B means cos beta plus I sin beta the whole cube, then plus C cube means cos gamma plus I sin gamma the whole cube. The whole cube is equal to 3 into A into B into C. That is called 3 into cos alpha plus I sin alpha, then cos beta plus I sin beta into cos gamma plus I sin gamma. So now the one more property. So cos theta plus I sin theta, the whole power n means each and every time multiply into n. What will happen is it will be equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So here how to replace it? Cos 3 alpha plus I sin 3 alpha. The next condition plus cos 3 beta plus I sin 3 beta. Next one cos 3 gamma plus I sin 3 gamma. It will be equal to right hand side as it is. What is the term? Otherwise 3 into, already we know when you product Z1 into Z2, consider for Z1 is equal to R1 into cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 means Z2 also R2 into cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 means when you multiply Z1 into Z2 means cos bracket of theta 1 plus theta 2. Here we can how to rearrange it? Cos of, here also product, no, there is also product, here also product. So how to rearrange it? Cos of alpha plus beta plus gamma, as it is I sin also alpha plus beta plus gamma, because each and every time product, no. Okay, this is over. Now what we have to do? Equating real part on both sides. First real part, here only real part, here also just equating the real part only. So equating real part on both sides. So equating real part on both sides. Equating real part on both sides. So both side real part only means cos 3 alpha plus cos 3 beta plus cos 3 gamma is equal to, outside 3 common is there, isn't it? So how to rearrange it? 3 cos of alpha plus beta plus gamma. See, this is first proof now. Cos 3 alpha plus cos 3 beta plus cos 3 gamma is equal to 3 cos of alpha plus beta plus gamma. So this is first one, isn't it? Subdivision 1. Then next one, equating imaginary term on both sides. Equating imaginary on both sides. What will happen? Equate imaginary on both sides means, so sin 3 alpha plus sin 3 beta plus sin 3 gamma is equal to, outside 3 common, 3 sin of alpha plus beta plus gamma. See, this is subdivision 2 we proved, isn't it? So last one we can write it, hence proved. Okay, listen very carefully. Sin 3 alpha, sin 3 beta, sin 3 gamma is equal to 3 sin alpha plus beta plus gamma. Now the important question, okay, only one question remains is there, that is also important. So I will continue the last question from exercise 2.7. I am moving to continue the last question from exercise 2.7. What is the question? If z is equal to x plus iy, argument z minus I divided by z plus 2 is equal to pi by 4. Show that x square plus y square plus 3x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. So solution, z is equal to x plus iy. Then argument term, argument of z minus I divided by z plus 2 is equal to pi by 4, isn't it? So argument property, argument of z1 divided by z2 means argument of z1 minus argument of z2. So now argument of z minus I minus of argument of z plus 2 is equal to pi by 4. Instead of z we can apply x plus iy. So argument of x plus iy minus I, again minus argument of x plus iy plus true is equal to pi by 4. Now grouping of real and imaginary separate. So x plus I into y minus 1 minus argument of x plus true into plus iy is equal to pi by 4. Already we know argument means, what is the meaning? Argument of x plus iy means tan inverse modulus of y by x. So now tan inverse modulus of y minus 1 divided by x minus tan inverse modulus of y by x plus true is equal to pi by 4. So now the formula tan inverse A minus tan inverse B is equal to, what is the formula? Tan inverse A minus tan inverse B is equal to tan inverse of A minus B divided by 1 plus AB. So tan inverse take common outside means inside A minus B. So A minus B means y minus 1 divided by x minus of y by x plus true whole time divided by 1 plus y minus 1 by x into y by x plus true. It equal to 5 by 4, isn't it? So now cross multiply means tan inverse of x plus 2 into y minus 1, then minus y into x means minus xy divided by x into x plus 2, the whole term divided by x into x plus 2 means x into x plus 2, then plus y into y minus 1, the whole term divided by x into x plus 2 is equal to pi by 4. So x into x plus 2 cancel. Then so now tan inverse bring out opposite side means tan pi by 4. So remaining the term x plus 2 into y minus 1 minus xy divided by x into x plus 2 plus y into y minus 1 is equal to tan pi by 4, isn't it? Tan pi by 4. Again x into y, xy minus 1 into x minus x plus 2 into y plus 2y minus 1 into plus 2 means minus 2. Again minus xy divided by x into x, x square, 2 into x, 2x plus y into y, y square minus y is equal to tan pi by 4 means value will be 1. So here plus xy minus xy cancel, then cross multiply means x square plus y square plus 2x minus y is equal to minus x plus 2y minus 2. So now x square plus y square plus 2x minus y minus x bring out opposite side means positive x plus 2y bring out opposite side means minus 2y minus 2 bring out opposite side means positive 2. Therefore, so square term only 1 x square and y square remaining plus 2x plus x. So definitely plus 3x minus y minus 2y minus 3y, the constant only plus 2 is equal to 0. See, this is our proof. No, x square plus y square plus 3x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, one of the important questions. So please listen, my dear students. I completed exercise 2.7 also. So I hope you are very satisfied in this conversation. Please, my dear students, if you have any doubt, you can call or put in comment box. I am always with you, ready to clarify your doubts also. So tomorrow I will continue the last exercise, that is also important, De Moivre's theorem. Okay, I will continue. Okay, so I will continue the next class. Bye bye.